Yeah, it's pretty cold out here, but we'll soldier on anyway. All right, guys, this is a pretty cool one. I'm pretty excited about this. Today we're looking at the Jado Smart S6, apparently motorcycle smart riding system. This is a CarPlay screen. You can kind of little preview here. You got a CarPlay screen. It's got front and rear cameras that you can think of like a dash cam or action cameras if you want. We're going to play around with that a little bit. I don't really know how that part works. It's also got tire pressure monitor system built into it. So you've got two little sensors that you just put on your valve stems, and you can see your tire pressure on here. I believe it'll give you warnings just like a regular tire pressure monitor. And then it also has BMW connectivity. Unfortunately, I don't have a BMW GS or one of the other compatible models, so we won't really get to play around with that. But I am really excited about just the CarPlay features of this thing. This is, from all of the research that I've done, the highest quality one of these screens that's available right now. Just going by the packaging, which I know you can't trust the packaging to tell you about the product really, but just going by the packaging, I have high hopes for the quality of what this company puts out, because this is the most beautiful packaging I've ever seen for any kind of motorcycle product. So we're going to go over a quick unboxing, and then we'll get it put on the bike and go over how the features work. I'm not going to go over installation because that's going to be different for every single bike. But just like any other electronic that you add onto your bike, you're going to want to install it on a switched power source. You don't want to go direct to battery because you're going to end up killing your battery. So that's the only installation tips you're going to get from me. Last thing before we crack this thing open, this was sent to me by Jado to do a review. I will have an affiliate link to their website that'll get you 8% off. Doesn't cost you anything extra. Does give me a little bit of a kickback, but just so you know, yes, they sent this to me. I'm telling you what I think about it though. So let's get into it. All right, let's crack this thing open. I'm going to do my best to not bump the camera here. I've got myself in a very cramped spot, but we'll do our best. So it's got this outer sleeve. Get that out of the way. Wow, this it's probably stupid to nerd out over this, but this packaging, oh my gosh. There's a drawer. What? There's a drawer down here. Okay, this looks like not the unit itself. Oh, you can't even see that. We've got some mount stuff. Looks like the TPMS sensors, the remote, and then I'm going to assume this is all brackets and wires. So let's close that for a minute. What? Check this out. Wow. I feel like this is, you would get like special accessories when you buy a Ferrari in packaging like this. Get that off of there. Okay, there's under the little instruction book, which we might actually need, so I'm not going to yeet that across the garage. Here is the unit itself. My goodness, this thing is solid. I've tried one of those cheap Chinese CarPlay screens for a motorcycle. I got it from either Amazon or Temu or something. It was like 60 bucks. It feels like there's nothing inside of it. This is solid. Like, this is on par with the instrument cluster that's on my bike from the factory. I saw GPS on top there. Not really sure. I wasn't aware that this thing had a GPS antenna in it. For now, we're going to set that over here. This is the bracket that lets you interface with the quick connect mount on a BMW GS, possibly other BMW bikes. I don't know a lot about that functionality. I wish I could use it. Unfortunately, I don't have one of those bikes. It would be awesome if they could come up with a way for this unit to be a quick release on any bike. It looks to me like it's just a USB-C connection, and this, I mean, it's a tiny ram ball style mount, but not a ram ball. So I don't know. It would be cool to have a quick release bracket like this for the actual unit that you could use on any bike, but I don't think that's how it works. This looks like the cameras, I'm guessing. Or are they? I think this has to come off. Oh, there's a whole bunch of stuff. Wow. These, I know you can't tell just over YouTube, but these are really high quality. Like, these are not little Chinese junk cameras. Like, these are definitely metal, very definitely solid metal housing. They claim to be waterproof, and I don't see any reason to doubt that, just at a quick glance here. Once they're on the bike, I'll talk about how they mount, but it's pretty straightforward, and it's going to be different for every bike anyway. So set that off to the side. We got another one. I'm assuming this one's for the rear, because, oh, yeah, it even says rear. It's just got a longer cable. Other than that, looks like the same camera. This looks to be the part that attaches to the back of the unit and then connects to other wires. I guess that would be the power, probably. And then, oh yeah, front camera and rear camera. This is your power connection. Oh, interesting. Okay, so this actually has, you have to hook this direct to battery, and then it also needs a switched power source. So I didn't realize that. So you do have to do black to your battery negative, red to your battery positive, and then yellow to a switched power source. So that's the first time I've ever seen that on something motorcycle specific. A short waterproof USB-C cable. Not really sure what that's for yet. And a different USB-C cable connector. Oh, maybe this one would allow you to take it off of the bike faster because it doesn't have the screws on it. I bet that's what this one's for. So power, front camera, rear camera, and then connects to the unit itself. Some screws, more screws. I don't think there's anything else. Nope. Okay, let's put all of this back in there. Close that up. Man, that is a cool box. And let's just take this all the way out. Okay, so this is the drawer from the bottom part. We've got a mount for, that looks like for the unit itself. Yeah, if you take that ball off of there, this goes there for something. I'm sure I'll find that out when I go to install it. This version of the S6 includes all of it, all of the accessories. So this is a wireless remote control that you can put on your handlebars, on your left side, so you can control your music, your phone calls. Not really sure what that button, like maybe play and pause, and you can skip forward or back. Looks like this takes a watch battery, like maybe a 2016 or a 2032, or smaller than that maybe. So not rechargeable, which that kind of a battery, that probably lasts a really long time, but I guess we'll just see in a long-term review how long that lasts. These are the tire pressure monitor sensors. Whoa, come on. TPMS. You just take your valve stem cap off and thread this on, and then you're good to go. There's, oh my gosh, a different kind of mount for the unit. So take the ball off, put this on there, and then it looks like you can clamp it to a bar if you have one of those upper GPS mounts on your bike. I guess I can put that back in there, and that, and that, and some different kind of mount. I'm not going to use any of these. I have a mount already on my bike to hold this thing, so some of this stuff we're not going to get to play around with. And then while we're on camera, we've got a bunch of spacers for mounts, I'm assuming. All right, so there it is, unboxed. I would say my first impressions, which this is not a surprise at this point, you've already heard me say this, this is incredibly high quality. I am blown away at this thing. This is not the cheap $60 CarPlay screen that we're seeing all over Amazon and Temu right now. This is an OEM quality entertainment system, whatever you want to call this. I still don't really know what to call it. Absolutely worth the money. Before we go, I wanted to mention a little bit of what I've learned about this company, Jado. They are not just some random Chinese manufacturer. These guys make OEM parts for companies like, I believe, Hyundai and, oh crap, I forget the other manufacturer. They make cameras, like the eyesight cameras that are up in your windshield that do lane departure. They make electronic rearview mirrors for these automotive manufacturers. Like, these guys are turning out a very high quality product, and it really is OEM quality. So keep that in mind when you're looking at the price point of this. Yes, there are cheaper options, but if you want something that's going to last, I'm pretty sure this is the one. We'll, maybe 6 months down the road, I'll do a long-term review of this thing, but as it sits right now, I don't foresee any issues with this thing. This feels higher quality than my Garmin Zumo XT that I'm removing to put this in its place. Yeah, I think it's going to be a good one. All right, so this video's already gone on long enough. Let's do this in multiple parts, kind of like we did back in the day with the Garmin Zumo XT. We've got the unboxing. Next video is going to be brief demonstration. Then we'll move into some testing the waterproof claims. We'll absolutely check the responsiveness of the screen when it's wet, because that can be a huge killer to a device like this. If it doesn't respond, if your gloves are wet, probably not great for a motorcycle. So I'm going to wrap this up, get it installed on the bike, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.